I'm worried for Jamie Spears because Britney Spears is out to get him. She recently changed her Instagram name to River Red, which refers to a movie from 1998 about a son who takes out his father who's been up to no good, which sounds just like Britney's father. So let's get into it. There's been so much going on with Britney Spears, I had to come online and talk to you guys about it. So fun fact, if you did not know, Britney Spears' name on Instagram, so not her username, but her name on her page was Channel 8, which is kind of referring to a news channel like Channel 8, which I believe she did this because she's been the center of attention. People are constantly talking about her. She's like a news station at this point. And maybe my interpretation is way off because I've tried to look at other theories online, but the Channel 8 really doesn't make sense to me. But recently she's changed her name on Instagram, and this new name has a story behind it. She's changed her name to River Red. Again, not the username, but the name that you can change really whenever. And we hear Britney refer to Red all the time, but we've never seen this River Red term thrown around. So of course, the internet did their due diligence and found the connection between Britney's name on Instagram, River Red, and a movie from 1998 titled River Red. Now this is when it gets crazy because you guys know Britney's father has kept her in a conservatorship for 13 years, and this man sounds awful according to Britney. Well, let's read a little bit about River Red because Dave, a young man, takes his father's life to end the cycle of violence in the house. But when his little brother Tom confesses to doing this and goes to jail, Dave turns to petty crime to pay the bills. This movie is pretty graphic, and here's a few clips of the father and the two sons, and you can see how this man interacts with them.
You never listen. Never. Get out of here, Tom. Don't move, Tom. Come on. So when are you gonna learn? Good girl.
We've known for a while that Britney's father has major issues when it comes to drinking. He also clearly has mental health issues, so pairing those together and then giving him the power of Britney's estate creates a monster. And I wonder if this movie reflects how Britney feels about this man. Like, she truly does not like her father to the point where she would want to River Red him. Of course, TMZ is taking this name change and trying to spin it into something else. Let's just read this together. Fans are scratching their heads at the supposed name change. We are too, but it might be simply her take on Mars, known as the Red Planet. There's a film called River Red about disturbing family drama, but that seems less likely. Which, what? It's clearly about River Red, and it's not about Mars. The reason why they're trying to make it seem like it's about Mars is because she made a post. It seems like TMZ is always trying to backtrack what Britney's trying to push forward. And just because she posted a picture of Mars does not mean her new name River Red is inspired by the planet. Here's the post, a bright one. Easy does it. Thank you, childhood friend. I found my ball. Don't underestimate the power of purity. I see right through it all. It has liquid and it is wet. It's playful and has mass. I changed my name to River Red, yet the fire is where it illuminates. To stare at it and to jump right in with no fear at all. Shoot, now I have to find my fork. Which, now I have to find my fork. There's so much to unpack here. I really do feel like it's, I don't know. She's using different terminology to describe something and to inform us about something that I can't even really decipher. But of course, TMZ is covering Britney's every move, and no matter what she posts on Instagram, they're gonna talk about it. Britney just recently posted another video of her dancing, which at this point, is it even news? Because she's dancing all the time. But what's interesting about this recent post is her caption, because she talks about people trying to assume that she's crazy because she's silly. Britney's always been a super bubbly person, but because she's in this vulnerable place, she now can be taken advantage of by other people. Because she has a conservatorship under her belt, it makes her seem like she's susceptible to falling into another, bad state. And if some people around her are convinced that she's not doing well, they could 5150 her and call her crazy or call her cray cray just because she's acting silly and maybe free for the first time. She writes, "Hody ho down. Tipsy cattle balls. I have no idea what that means. Feeling kooky and silly, but can't act too kooky or silly like kids because they say she's cray cray. Either way, I gotta move. So I did." Talking about her home, which we're going to be talking about her home in a minute. Sharing, "Because I matter and every person I call takes 9 rings to answer. You can be certain I might get someone's attention. All that love. Good God, right back at you. I bet after I post this, my security answers after 2 rings. I'd be alive coming on my horse." I'd be alive coming on my horse. So it sounds like this is kind of a dig to people in her lives who aren't really paying attention to her or answering her phone calls. She claims she's got to ring 9 times to get an answer. There's been another video recently posted, and some fans are curious to when this was taken because the caption claims it was taken 3 days ago and she was getting a tattoo in Maui. But other people claim that this footage is clearly from 2015, 2014, 2016. I'm not entirely sure what to make of it, but here's that clip.
Tattoo time. Tattoo time. Tattoo time. One day I'll figure it out. Who knows?
You'll be like, whoa, that was the dot.
Baby dot. It's cool.
Okay.
Very cool.
Another point people are making is that her voice sounds a little bit different there, which I must acknowledge her accent is coming out and it doesn't really sound like some of her Instagram posts.
Hi, so I know that there have been a lot of comments and a lot of people saying a lot of different things about me, but I just want to let you guys know that I am fine. I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life, and I'm sending all of you guys a lot of prayers, wishes, and a lot of love.
It also doesn't even really sound like the court hearing she had where she spoke to the judge. So maybe she was just feeling herself and letting loose. But what do you guys think about this in the comments below? Because when you hear this voice change, some people jump onto conspiracy theories. And you have to keep in mind that Britney also would sometimes switch on to a UK accent or things like that. So she likes to play around with her speech.
When I said no to one dance move into rehearsals, it was as if I planted a huge bomb somewhere. And I said, no, I don't want to do it this way. After that, my management and my dancers and my assistant of the new people that were supposed to do the new show all went into a room, shut the door, and didn't come out for at least 45 minutes. Ma'am, I'm not here to be anyone's slave.
Now let's talk about her husband, because he's been out and about living his best life. Not that much to mention here, but he was seen yesterday wearing a strawberry red hoodie as he grabs coffee with a friend after a workout. We don't really see Britney with him, nor do we really ever see them together, but we see him out and about with his buddy, and I don't even know why he's getting press at this point. This article went on to promote his personal training and his Instagram posts, so it almost gives me paid for PR. But something you can't pay for is his friend Maxie. And I have my thoughts about Maxie. This is someone who works with Sam in some professional sense, and I believe they're personally friends as well. We've talked about Maxie a long time ago on my channel, but he recently made a post and I thought, if we're going to talk about Sam, let's talk about his friend too, because his friend has a lot to say. Maxie writes on his Instagram story, question, what do you do if a loved one is in crisis and needs help badly, but won't trust any medical professional because of past experiences, and you can't intervene or force them to get help because it will trigger trauma of being controlled by others in the past? Asking for a friend. So, if Maxie was my buddy and he was making posts like this about my wife on social media, he just wouldn't be my friend anymore, because this isn't helpful. What do you mean, question? You're obviously just trying to let the world know that Britney's in some type of crisis. Finally, I wanted to talk about Britney's house because she recently purchased a new home that used to be owned by Hailey and Justin Bieber, but she's ready to sell it. Britney is working on quietly selling the $12 million mansion after 6 months of owning it. So she didn't even really move in, but I guess she claims that the house just wasn't her vibe. wasn't for her. I think she initially moved there to move closer to her children and in that neighborhood, but ultimately that relationship's kind of soiled at the moment, so I don't know if this house is really for her. TMZ claimed that she never fell in love with the property. I'm not entirely sure how they would know that information, but maybe it's true, and it's her right to go and sell it if she's ready to. I want to know what you guys think in the comments below. Let's go ahead and open this P.O. Box letter right here. Dear Sloan, my name is Elizabeth, and I'm writing to you because I discovered your channel, and I appreciate how you bring light to certain topics in the research you do. I'm also writing this because we're all humans, and I'm sure you've struggled in this life. I want to tell you that God loves you and that he sees the struggles. Oh, this is so sweet. In the name of his son, Jesus Christ, he died for us. Wow. Oh, I need to take a moment to read this. Come to him as you are and he will take care of the rest. He loves you so much and he wants to have a relationship with you. Aw. If you're ever looking for encouragement, look back at this letter and you will see God's love for you. Feel free to share this letter with anyone. God loves everyone. Oh, this is so beautiful, Elizabeth. I really appreciate this. I think it looks like they erased where they came from. So, I mean, not that I would but oh, that's so sweet. Well, thank you, Elizabeth. This is a beautiful letter and I will cherish it. Until next time, I'll see you guys in a new video soon. Bye, guys.